Welcome to Lawpulse YouTube channel of administrative. Please subscribe the channel and today let us discuss about the judicial control over delegated legislation in the subject administrative law. So first of all, let us know the meaning of this judicial control of delegated legislation as such. The delegated legislation refers to rules, regulations, bylaws, or orders made by an authority, such as government, administrative bodies, or local authorities, under powers conferred by an act of parliament or state legislature. It helps Parliament in managing technical or detailed matters without enacting a new law each time. So, that is the meaning of the delegated legislation. Then, coming to the factor, the need for judicial control. The Parliament delegates legislative power for efficiency but must be controlled to prevent misuse. Judicial control ensures that a delegated legislation stays within the limits of the authority granted by the Parent Act. It ensures of law and protects citizens from arbitrary exercises of delegated power. So that is the need of judicial control. Then what is the basis of judicial control? So the judicial control operates and exercises in two main grounds or on two main grounds. That is, one is substantive ultravirus or procedural ultravirus. So these are the two important grounds of judicial control to exercise the powers. So coming to the substantive ultravirus meaning, what is it? What is the substantive ultravirus? It occurs when delegated legislation goes beyond the powers conferred by the parental act and when it violates the essential purpose of the empowering act. So these are the two grounds of substantive ultravirus. The example for this substantive ultravirus is a bylaw allowing the detention without any justification when parent act allows detention only for specific reasons. And coming to the kinds of substantive ultravirus, this is rather very important. So, first, the kind is the excess of power. So, what do you mean by this excess of power of substantive ultravirus? When the delegated authority makes rules beyond the scope of the Parent Act, for this, the best example is the Parent Act empowers framing of safety regulations in factories. Instead, rules about taxations are framed. So, this is one factor of the kinds of substantive ultravirus. And the second factor is contrary to constitutional provisions. How it will be? So, this occurs when delegated legislation cannot violate fundamental rights or constitutional provisions. For this, the best example is the regulation restricting the freedom of speech without a valid basis and violates Article 19. And the third one is unreasonableness. The unreasonableness is even if within the power of the Act, if the rule manifestly unreasonable, courts can strike it down. For example, a rule prohibiting all political meetings without any time, place, or manner restrictions. So, this is one factor as such. And then the repugnance to Parent Act. When a rule contradicts the Parent Act, it is ultra virus. The example, the rule permits an action forbidden by the Parent Act. So, with regard to the above substantive ultravirus, the leading cases in legal history are A.K. Gopalan versus State of Madras, 1950. So, this deals about the delegated legislation restricting the personal liberty must be backed by valid parent provisions. The other case, R.C. Cooper versus Union of India, 1970, highlighted that the delegated legislation cannot violate the constitution or fundamental rights. The other important case is Union of India or Cyanamide India Limited 1966. So this case underlines the delegated legislation exceeding parent act's authority is void. Then the consequences of substantive ultravirus are the rule or regulation is declared void and unenforceable by the courts, ensures accountability of the executive. Then, if we conclude the matter under this subject is the judicial control on delegated legislation, especially substantive ultravirus, is a crucial for maintaining the separation of powers and rule of law. Courts play a vital role in checking the misuse of delegated powers, preventing arbitrariness, and safeguarding the individual rights.